Hello there. Dr. Bill Crawford here, psychologist, speaker, author of 7 books, host of 2 PBS specials. Here again to bring you another tip on how to help you create the life you want. Today I want to look at a quote by David Brooks, one of my favorite folks. I see him a lot on PBS, writer for the New York Times. He says, "Almost every successful person begins with 2 beliefs, that the future can be better than the present, and that I have the power to make it so." Let's break that down and see how that can apply to us and how it can help us create the life we want. Number one, I think it's important to recognize that the whole thing is based on belief. You know, I talk a lot about how when we come to life with certain beliefs that we've been kind of given by people in the past, situations in the past, or that our limbic system, this middle part of the brain, has kind of created based on situations in the past, if those are negative or limiting, we will find our life feeling negative and limiting. So we want to be very careful, very full of care, very purposeful about the beliefs that we bring in to the present and the future. And one of them, I think, has to be that, okay, the future can be better than the present. You know, we all have things that we would like to improve upon, maybe some aspects of ourselves, maybe some aspects of the world around us, but we've got to ask that question, do I really believe that the future can be better than the present? If the answer is yes, then the next question is, and do I have the power to make it so? I love this because I think it helps us kind of delineate between situations that, frankly, we really can't influence. We would like to. We have some ideas about what they should look like, but they're just not within our control or influence. There are aspects of who we are, however, how we engage others, how we live our lives, how we bring our best to life, regardless of the situation, that we do have the power to influence. What if we focused all of our energy, all of our power on those abilities? You know, there's a quote I have, I think even from one of my more recent videos about serenity. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can. Looking at serenity as the precursor to acceptance, courage, wisdom, and change. So I think this kind of fits into here because we will need some serenity in order to accept the things we cannot change. There are aspects of our life that we just do not have the power to influence, and we want to be able to accept that so we can move on to having the courage to changing the things we can. Look at those aspects of our life that we do have the power to influence and making sure we're bringing our best to that. Bringing a sense of optimism. There's a lot of work now being done about optimism. Now, when I'm talking about optimism, I'm talking about Martin Seligman's view of what he calls realistic optimism versus Pollyanna optimism. You know, Pollyanna optimism is, yeah, everything's going to be great, and if we just kind of hold it in our thoughts, everything will be wonderful. Yeah, no. We got to do things. We got to make things happen. We got to bring our energy to life. We got to be able to have some sense of that future can be better than the present, some optimistic view of our life in order to do that, or otherwise, you know, why should we do it? So what I think we want to do is get really clear about, okay, is this something I would teach to someone I love? You know, that's always to me a wonderful criteria for, is this something I really should hold on to myself? Would I like to teach someone I love that, yeah, the future can be better than the present and you have the power to make it so? If so, we've got to be willing to adopt that for ourselves. We've got to be willing to take on that perspective and reject beliefs or perspectives that say, no, this is about the best it's going to get, and no, I really can't do anything about it. Just notice the resigned, kind of hopeless, helpless brainstem, lower part of the brain that gets triggered when we do that. So, if you would like your future to be better than your present, I really encourage you to hold on to the beliefs that you have the power to make it so, and begin to look at those aspects of your life that you can influence and focus on that. Because when we focus our skills, our ability, our energy on those aspects of our life that we do have the power to influence, the future does become better than the present. And we keep creating our life in this more purposeful way, in a way where our dreams of the future begin to happen because we are making them happen. Hope you're enjoying these videos. If you do, please hit the like button. You know how YouTube and Facebook and Pinterest and all those folks love it when you like it. If you think this would be valuable for your friends, feel free to share it, help spread the word. If you want me to come and do a workshop for your organization on being able to hold a vision of the future being better than the present and how we can make that so, or access that upper 80% of the brain, that clear, confident, creative part of who we are, all you got to do is go to my website, billcrawfordphd.com, hit the contact button, let me know what you're interested in, and I would love to talk with you about that. In the meantime, here's to you, bringing more clarity about the future, confidence in your ability to make it so, and creativity to the process, more clarity, confidence, creativity to everything you do, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.